Welcome. Hello there. Congratulations. Hopefully you were with us yesterday. Congratulations, yes. Hopefully you were with us yesterday where we were able to tune in and welcome that new moon. So find that area where you can clear your thoughts and you can light your candle. Welcome to your Oracle meditation. Little by little, we are going through our phases, connecting back to the moon phases. And it all starts with lighting that candle. That red box that we start off with, that's where those oracle cards are kept. I used a little piece of selenite, or I think that's what this is, to kind of keep them charged up and connected, clean. We use crystals to help unlock our memory. And we light that candle to connect back to Mother Earth. Help us check in. So start clearing your thoughts and start connecting to your breath. Here in this meditation, we have learned that when we connect back to breath, we start inhaling the blessings, the medicine, and magic that's in the air. And we exhale to make room. That's it. That's the secret. That medicine, the blessings, the medicine, and magic, they come from you. They're locked up inside of you, hidden in plain sight, but you have to take the time to breathe. So do that with me. Start finding that rhythm and start connecting to the moon. We are sitting in that first new moon, the flower moon. And that tells us to start setting those intentions. We are currently 1% visible, going into the waxing moon. We move pretty fast in these phases. The new moon and the waxing moon tell us to start new projects and start planning it out. We use the moon to keep us in time. As we move through the phases of the moon, we move through the chakras. We have established that first chakra, the root chakra, telling us to ground ourselves, preparing ourselves for the journey. We are leaving the constellation Taurus, telling us to work on our neck, working on that flexibility, seeing the other side of things, ruled by the planet Venus, which is all about love. And we are now moving into constellation Gemini. Gemini is about the arms and releasing and giving away what no longer serves us. Ruled by the planet Mercury, about communication, about how your mind works and your thoughts work. Sorry, we are also moving into the next phase of the sacral chakra, about creativity, about self-worth. Don't stop breathing. Connect to this information. This is the natural phases that we should be learning. The natural phase of how we are supposed to flow in nature. 1% of the moon being visible. It's going to look a little messy here, but isn't that just how life works? When you add the oracle cards, you help create a plan of action for us to help set those intentions and start planning those ideas. That root chakra tells us it's time to manifest and to ask and almost demand what we want in this world. That first chakra is all about I am. And you are. The sacral chakra is all about that creativity. being and realizing that you can. Sorry if y'all can hear that. Start breathing. I choose to do this meditation before I eat in the morning, where the energy is clear and my thoughts are clear. And I fasted all through the night, so again, moving away and moving through the phases of the moon and using the constellations as our guide, the same way that our ancestors did. Lighting that candle. We are starting those new projects and allowing that information to rise up. Don't fight it. Next, let's do a body scan to help physically relax our body as we enter into the void, leaving the chaos of the world and establishing that calm. And it starts with imagining that there is a hoop that hovers high above our head. Inhale, let that hoop go high. Inhale. Exhale, let that hoop sink down gently. Relaxing your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your throat. Releasing your tongue. Inhale, let it go all the way back up, as high as you can imagine. This time, as you exhale, imagine a bubble. That bubble's our transportation. Let that hoop sink down and go over all the parts we missed. Any parts. Slow it down. This is how we use our imagination. This is how we connect back to breath. Don't rush. When you find those chambers and you unlock those chambers in your heart, in your lungs, they unlock the blessings, the medicine, and magic. Mother Earth is able to scoop them up, recycle them, and spit them back out. So we can inhale those blessings, the medicine, and magic. Making room, receiving, and giving. That is the idea. We are working in the time of Gemini, time of releasing and giving away what no longer serves us. Represented in our arms. Using our words impeccably. Understanding how our mind works. If you have reached the end, close off your bubble. Tie off your hoop. And create a balloon with a long cord. Let that cord, imagine that cord being received by Mother Earth. Like a ribbon, or root, or a vine. Imagine connecting to her, connecting to that frequency. Sink into the void. Don't be afraid of the dark. The sacral chakra tells us to release that shame and that guilt. If there's still any left. We are told to live like children in harmony. We are re-coaching our mind and our brain and our imagination, sinking back into once what we believed in ourselves. Setting those new intentions and planning them out. Asking for and demanding what we want. Because we know that we are worth it. And seeing that other side. Receiving and giving and understanding how we work. Know that we are all walking that red road to the sacred mountains. To that unobstructed view. And we've started this journey in the east. And now we are asked to use that usable energy, to pick up that energy. Right before the thunder happens, You can feel it. You can feel the pressure coming when two worlds are starting to collide and change. That is the time that we're in. As we are starting our travels, we are being asked to pick up that usable energy. The sign, the symbol, and the synchronicity we get is that we are supposed to do it with beauty. Not every journey starts with peril. Not every journey has so many obstacles. We are learning that if we want to plan it out and we are the co-creators of the world, we can pick up that usable energy and see the beauty in the way, see the beauty in the world. The animal that walks before us, our elder butterfly, reminding us that change is here. This is the time of the new moon flower. So isn't it interesting that we get a flower as that sign to tell us that change is here? That ancestor that walked before us, carrying a message telling us to play, to dance, and to sing. Oh, my camera loves George Michael. Yesterday we were told the same thing. It is our responsibility to enjoy this life. It is your responsibility to figure it out. And when you feel bad and you feel lost, tune to that medicine. Tune to your own medicine that tells you to play, to dance, and to sing. Knowing that we are all on a soul coaching, creating that freedom. This is us. This little boy is our imagination. Inside of us, we are not just children, but a tribe. Balancing out the feminine and the masculine energy inside of us. Riding a horse. Horse represents power, spirit, determination. Knowing that we are all healing that innocent child. Creating those boundaries. What happens above happens below. What happens inside happens outside. We are setting up those boundaries, knowing that we don't have to fight. We can do it in beauty. We are balanced. We are creating that balance. Told you it was going to get a bit messy here. Let's see if I can fix that. There we go. Don't. We're setting up boundaries. Listening to that intuition that whispers that there is that your vulnerability is power. It's okay to be emotional. We are sitting in the flower moon. Those emotions will come up. We are not told to ignore them, but to set them free. Reminding ourselves that we are part of a team, something bigger. We must balance out our emotions. No longer chase that vengeance and no longer be chained. No longer be asking for vengeance. Your revenge will be discovering yourself. Will looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing your true light and lowering and taming that fire of passion. Do not be afraid of what you see. Know that you can balance it out with playing and dancing and singing. We all have this inside of us. The light and the shadow. It is our job to take that vulnerable, that innocent. Know that it is our power to create that boundary of balance between the two. We are learning to sit in the phases of the moon, to be guided by change, to see the signs, the flower moon, knowing that it is time to start that new project, to start demanding that material world that we need, picking up that usable energy, knowing that we are worth it. This is the energy of today. Do you see the red and orange and the red and the orange? Do you see that purple light of creation, setting up boundaries, seeing the change? You are sitting in a cycle. We are sitting in the time of understanding our magic. So come, let's go further and use more tools that are available to us. Let's go into that next dimension and do a session of EFT. EFT is emotional freedom technique, where we can truly set ourselves free of emotion that no longer serves us and release it, like Gemini tells us to do. So if you're ready, no need to move. Use your imagination. And let your imagination take you to that next dimension, to that new beginning, to that usable energy. Don't be afraid. Let the sounds change. Your mind will remember. Will remember how you unlocked that information, that imagination. Here we are. Once again, we have started that journey, headed towards the east, going with the flow of the water, taking breaks. So sit by the fire. Use that passion and create that fire that will create that movement, that will unlock that ability to create. Sit by the fire. Find that spot, and let's do that session of EFT. First, let's wake up that emotional body. And we do that by finding that area on your hand where you would do a karate chop and tap. This is how we wake up that emotional body. Switch sides and tap. Next, find that area on your face, that eyebrow area, and tap and repeat this phrase. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap the side of your eye and repeat. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap under your eye and repeat. Boundless freedom surges through me. Under your nose and repeat. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap your chin and repeat. Boundless freedom surges through me. Slide down your throat to your beginning of your collarbone and repeat. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap under your arm and repeat. Boundless freedom surges through me. Tap the top of your head and let this message sink in. Let this message break free and allow yourself to express yourself. And let your spirit fly, just like the little boy. This is our message. This is our Control-Alt-Delete. When you use that session of EFT, you allow your body to decide what your mind may be overwhelmed in doing. You are learning that you are powerful. You are stepping into your magic. You are creating that balance. Remember to play, to dance, to sing, to use that usable energy. It is time. We are sitting in the flower moon. 1% visible. It's time to break free and start those new projects. Start creating, knowing that change is here, and it is You can do it with playing and dancing and singing, setting yourself free with that boundless surge of energy, creating those boundaries, that balance, knowing that our vulnerability is our power, and that you will balance out that sense of vengeance. And you're right, it will be yours. But only because you are doing it through impeccability, through your words, through your actions, all for your higher and greater good. See that positive side. See that other side. And remember that you're a blessing. So if you're ready, let's move back to the void, where we will say our goodbyes and enter back into the chaos, bringing the calm. No rush. Don't move. Here we go. We have overcome that guilt, that shame. We're stepping into the flow of the energy, knowing that we can start that new project. We have boundless freedom that surges through you. You are a blessing in this world. So once again, thank you for carving out time for you. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for commenting, and most of all, for connecting to the idea that we are not alone. Please continue to share this message and share my podcast. Continue to comment. Know that you're not alone and that you are a blessing in the world. So therefore, I offer you more blessings. Oops, wait. Let's wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes to all that usable magic. Know that you can do it the beauty way. The change is here, and it is time to play, to dance, to sing. To have that boundless freedom that surges through you. Create those balanced boundaries. Know that your vulnerability is your power, and that vengeance will be yours, but through your passion, through your balance, through your breath. You are a blessing in this world, so again, I offer you blessings to you, to me, and to all who listen.